Let's talk about what led to this report in the first place. Again, the former Attorney General brought on in his new capacity as a partner with Covington Burling, the Washington, D.C.-based law firm. How did it come about, and what was he looking at in specific, Emily?
David, there have been so many controversies, one after another. It's hard to remember what actually led to this report in the first place, but it was a blog post by a former Uber engineer named Susan Fowler, who accused a manager at Uber of sexual harassment, and she went on to detail how human resources allegedly ignored her reports and prioritized this particular manager because he was a top performer and didn't take any action. After that blog post went public, Travis Kalanick quite quickly said, this is not acceptable at Uber, this is not what we stand for, we are launching a full-fledged investigation. And that's when they brought in the former U.S. Attorney General to take a very close look at what has been going on at the company. We know that they closely examined more than 200 complaints, that in some of those complaints they took action. Some of those complaints they are still examining. We also know that the head of business, Emil Michael, was ousted from the company as of yesterday. The Uber board met in Los Angeles, close to Travis Kalanick's family home yesterday, to talk about this report, to talk about all of these issues, and that's when they made the decision that Emil Michael would be leaving the company. Travis Kalanick, meantime, has been dealing with an incredible family tragedy. His mother was killed in a boating accident a couple of weeks ago, so he hasn't actually even been in the office. He's been at his father's bedside, who, by the way, is still in serious condition. Our Bloomberg's Eric Newcomer had a very in-depth story about Emil Michael, the head of business, who was involved in a couple of other scandals at the company, and he believes that he's the fall guy, that he is taking the fall, you know, for a weak board that couldn't take action on its own. The other two scandals that I'm referring to are, number one, The Information reported a story that Kalanick and Emil Michael were among a group of executives that went to an escort bar in Seoul, South Korea. That was reported to the company by a female marketing executive who was also among them. The other incident involves a rape case in India whereby an Uber employee in India had obtained the medical records of this particular victim, and we report, our Eric Newcomer reports, that Travis Kalanick and Emil Michael believed that there was some kind of conspiracy going on, that their competitor Ola in India somehow targeted Uber in this rape scandal and perpetuated this idea of a conspiracy, that perhaps the rape didn't even happen, or that there was some sort of distortion going on, perpetuated that idea within the company.